Warner Brothers continues to be the dumbest company in all of entertainment, man, releasing duds from their video game department, which they said was an unmitigated failure. They had to acknowledge their losses that they're taking with Suicide Squad, kills the Justice League, their announcement that they're going to be rebooting the DCEU into James Gunn's DCU, and you still had, what, how many, over a half dozen projects still in the can? Like, for the good that you did by disassociating yourself from Zack Snyder's hack work and bringing on Tom Cruise to try to right the wrongs of the studio, you still allow idiots like this. Warner Brothers Discovery's chief DEI officer endorses discriminating against employees who disagree with DEI ideology. This is why you have to gatekeep everything. These people who are ideology first will always ruin your company. This is why Warner Brothers is in the state that it's in. They'll leave themselves, which is great. So the person with the toxic ideology, the person who's supposed to be about what does the I stand for again? All right, inclusivity. Right, you're supposed to be creating an inclusive environment. But no. If you're not adhering to my pet projects, well, you can just exclude yourself from this inclusive situation. Goddamn believable, but not at all shocking, really. According to Warner Brothers Discovery Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, just switch it around. Inclusion, equity. There you go. Diversity, Inclusion, Equity Officer Asif Sadiq. Companies seeking to foster a culture of DIE should not seek to compromise with those employees who disagree with the concept of identity politics, but rather outright discriminate against them until they quit. Well, yes, of course. That's what you should do. Oh, the employees at the companies, because Warner Brothers, for as much of a joke as they've become with all of their mergers after mergers and other planned mergers, it's still Warner Brothers at the end of the day, a studio with significant pull, access to billion-dollar IPs. Like, it wasn't that long ago, they were on top of the Hollywood world with the Dark Knight franchise and with the little thing called Harry Potter. You guys managed to fumble the bag that bad that you're how many billions of dollars in debt? But no, just continue to eschew any talented people because you need faces like this working in the company. Jesus. Sadiq, who tends to refer to himself as Dr. Sadiq. Oh yeah, I'm sure, despite his doctorate bestowed upon him by UK's The Open University. Go figure. Only something this stupid could come out of the UK in recognition of his extensive DEI work, yes. Being nothing more than an honorary one, offered his endorsement for the strategy while speaking to the attendees at the Aspen Institute of Business and Policy Link, February 20th, The Future of DEI in Corporate America webinar. Yeah, because that right there, that's obviously diversity. 3 black women and 2 Arab individuals. A lot of diversity going on right there. Definitely reflective of the world that we live in. For a clip of the event, shared to Twitter by Memology 101, shout out, the topic of how to deal with employees who might disagree with the company's turn to DEI was first touched upon by one of the webinar's other panelists, Goldman Sachs Chief Diversity Officer Megan Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Probably not the good Hogan. Recalling her recent attendance at an unspecified and off-the-record roundtable of CDO's Chief Diversity Officers. I want to die when I see that. Hogan informed her fellow panelists, well, dude, one of the things that come up, brother, has the frustrations of having to work with or persuade the most powerful person in your ecosystem that work is worth it, dude, and they should reveal themselves more. They should take a bigger role, whatever it is. I gotta go back to normal. That's getting troublesome on the vocal cords. And we came up with this strategy: find your people and ignore the person you cannot persuade. Chief Diversity Officer, getting rid of anybody who has a diverse thought. All right, because they never go that route. It's all about, hey, here, just line up to this color swatch. If you're above the line, you're good. If you're below the line, don't worry about it. You know exactly who they are, she continued. All right, yeah, no, you probably definitely do. It's easy to pick them out of a lineup, right? Oh, yeah, no, wouldn't be allowed there. You can't bring yourself to ignore altogether because of your professional orientation. Give it 30 days. Ignore them for 30 days. Don't take the bait. Don't send them the clip. Hilarious that these idiots have such hubris. This is why I love the time that we're in, okay? With all of this stuff coming to a head when people are out there just doom saying, oh, this ideology, it's everywhere, it's in every company. No. I thank God these people are just so damn stupid that they have the hubris to just publicly announce their intentions like this, that you can just throw it back at them. Don't provide the clip? Well, guess what? You provided it for us. Good job there, stupid. Don't send them a newsletter. Don't send them the pitch deck. Just, basically fire them without firing them. Don't task them to do anything, just ice them out of the company, and then when they ask, you can just be covert with your communication, because this is just all bitch-made ideology anyway, so of course you're just going to resort to bitch-made tactics. Oh, you're not working anymore? Well, that's sad. Janiqua across the office, well, she's getting a lot of work, but I don't know why you're getting so mad. Are you just not satisfied with the amount of work that you have? And then they just throw them a little pity assignment, and then they just get slowly iced out of the job. Imagine that. It happens all the time. Just focus on the people who are willing to do the work. Yeah, exactly. Just the good, useful idiots that are out there. The new arrivals to the work, the new leaders who are preparing to be better allies, to be more vulnerable, to communicate better. Yes, just better pawns for us to use for our poisonous ideology. And to find your people, even outside the organization, who can help you fine-tune. Exactly. Different people to help you pressure the non-compliant ones, who can help you make sure that you're not reading the situation wrong. Just go and ask the same people that are also poisoning other industries to just ask you if you're adequately poisoning your own enough. To let them know that you're not alone, of course, but absolutely do not get caught into that spin cycle of trying to persuade the most powerful person. Oh, of course not. Just act like Sweet Baby Inc.'s CEO, Kim Belair. If you're not getting what you want from your developer side of things, just go to your marketing department and, as I quote, terrify them with what could happen if you don't get what you want. Rather, going back to this, don't try to persuade the most powerful person that you know who is not interested to be not interested to be interested. What? Because they're not coming. Hogan ultimately punctuated her call to action. 30 days. You can do it. Here's the thing, man. None of these people actually work at the jobs that they hold because their jobs are fictitious nonsense. And with all of the layoffs that we're seeing across every single entertainment industry, gaming, music, and of course, film, it's being cut out. Redundancies and middle management bloat, which has permeated every single industry that's out there. That's what's getting slashed. Not the people that do the good work. Not the people that go to work to do work, but just the people that, if you remember a couple of years ago, that were unironically posting the adult daycare videos of their chosen office location. I roll into work at around 10 o'clock and then I check in and then I do a little bit of stretching in the yoga room and then I might answer a couple of emails and then lunch is rolling around. No. So funny you don't see those anymore, or those types of videos anymore after all of the big tech layoffs started to go around. Very funny. Using Hogan's words as a jumping off point, Sadiq then added to his colleague's point, even beyond leaders, there's always those few people who will never change. You'll never convince them. You can try up until the end of eternity, and it still won't happen. We waste so much energy doing that sometimes as individuals, whether you're in a leadership position or in a team, and so on. So yeah, it's literally that Principal Skinner meme where it's, am I the problem or is it the children? Nope, it must be everybody else. To this end, Sadiq then called on companies to ignore any employees who might disagree with DEI ideology and instead focus on the ones that want to change, because that way you start changing the culture. Yeah, exactly. The people that you can pressure, people that you can basically threaten into compliance. That sounds like a wonderful place to work. And if you can change culture, often those people who don't want to come around will start saying this place isn't the way that it used to be, and they'll leave themselves, which is great. Exactly. So that you can end up with a DC lineup that looks like this. Can you play a fun game? It's such a fun game with DC. Pick your favorite Mo. Oh, right. That's all of them. You got what? Superboy down there? Okay. Whose motto is what? Truth, justice, and the cock-American way. You got Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy too busy scissoring to ever develop character traits. The rest of them, I don't even know. I'm not the biggest fan of DC. That's mostly because the comics have been absolute dog shit for the longest time. Because they're too busy focusing on stupid stuff like this. Oh, we need to have these specific minority. We need to have diverse comics. And this is what happens, man. Okay, all of the people were just too willing to capitulate to this stuff. We need diversity. And the moment that, hey guys, have you seen comic sales? Yeah, they're through the bottom. Well, just ignore everybody who's not buying them anymore. Remember when we used to sell hundreds of thousands of issues? Now we're selling hundreds of issues. Well, everybody else is bigoted. Just give them 30 days. Yeah, you give companies like this another 30 days to just fully and totally entrench this poisonous ideology. Even a company as big, successful, and as intrinsic to the entertainment industry as Warner is, you give these freaks a free reign for 30 days. You aren't going to have a company to go back to. I'm so glad. I think there's a good chance we have crested the hill. We've passed the apex of woke entertainment, and we're probably on the downslide of it, but it's still not going to be the case. There's not going to be a couple of hiccups, a few bumps along that downslope. But we're winning, man. We definitely are winning. Freaks like this who used to be at their full powers in the 2010s, in the early 2020s. Yeah, not so much anymore because the chickens have come home to roost, and instead of laying golden eggs, they're just simply empty egg cartons at this point. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.